In a world where magic was outlawed, a young boy named Kael discovered he had a gift. He could bring shadows to life with just a paintbrush. He found out by accident when he was drawing on the wall one day and his picture came to life. Whatever he painted on the wall became real. A bird he drew on the wall flapped its wings and flew away. A sword he drew on the wall slashed at the air, and a door he drew on the wall opened and closed. It led to another place, but only for a few seconds. It was a dangerous ability. If the city guard saw him, he would be taken away and experimented on. So Kael hid his gift and pretended he was just a normal kid who loved to draw. He lived in an orphanage run by a kind old woman. One day, a new girl arrived. Her name was Hana. She was a street girl who had to steal to survive. She dreamed of escaping the city and its iron rules. One night, she saw Kael drawing in the moonlight, and she watched in amazement as his pictures came to life. The next day, she asked him to teach her how to do it. At first he refused, but then he agreed. He taught her how to control the shadows, how to make them strong, and how to make them fly. Together they started painting in the dark alleys of the city. They made secret paths for poor people to escape through. They made food and water appear for those who were hungry and thirsty. They even made weapons to defend those who were being attacked by the city guard. Their paintings couldn't stay for long. They would disappear after a few hours or when the sun came up. But in that short time, they helped so many people. News of their good deeds spread, and soon people were calling Kael and Hana the shadow painters. The city guard were getting closer to finding out who they were, but Kael and Hana didn't care. They were too busy helping people. They had a new plan. They were going to paint a shadow bridge that would lead everyone out of the city to freedom. It was their biggest painting yet. It took them weeks to finish. Every night they would sneak out into the alleys and paint a little bit more of the bridge. Finally, it was finished. The bridge stretched across the river, just like a real bridge. That night, Kael and Hana stood at the end of the bridge, watching as people walked through the painting and disappeared into the shadows. Suddenly, the ground shook and the walls rumbled. The city guard had found them. They ran as fast as they could, but the guard were almost on top of them. Kael felt a sharp pain in his leg. He had stepped on a trap. Hana helped him up and they ran together into the nearest alley. There, they painted a swirling vortex that sucked in the light and swallowed the darkness. Then they stepped inside. When they came out, the guard were gone. They were in a different part of the city, a part where no one ever went. It was dark and scary, but Kael wasn't afraid. He took his brush and started painting. He painted a path through the darkness, a path that led to the light. People came running, following the path that he had painted. The city guard came after them, but they couldn't run forever. Soon, they would have to face the music. Kael knew what he had to do. He and Hana stood back to back facing the guards. Their brushes were raised, ready to fight. Behind them, the people they had helped stood in a circle, protecting them. The city guard hesitated. They didn't want to hurt the people. But Kael wasn't afraid. He painted a shield for himself and Hana, and it glowed with magical light. The city guard were blinded by the light and confused by the magic. They didn't know what to do. In that moment, Kael and Hana knew they had won. The people they had helped believed in them. They would never give up. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the land, Kael lifted his brush, dipped it in moonlight, and began to paint.